the sports podcast with the youngest, most daring, intrepid, gutsy, fearless host on the planet. Get ready for Jake's Takes. Here's Jake.
My guest today is a wide receiver on the Toronto Argos. He was drafted second overall in the 2020 CFL draft. He's an off-the-charts athlete and has starred in basketball, football, and track. On the football field, he's played wide receiver, defense, and special teams. And of course, he's also a champion, winning the Grey Cup with the Argos just a month ago. It's my absolute honor to welcome to Jake's Takes, Argos star receiver, Dejon Brissett. What's up, Dejon? How you doing?
What's going on, man? That was a great intro right there.
Thank you. It's a huge honor to have you on my show. Thanks for being so nice to me.
Yeah, no worries, man. You're great. I like what you got going on.
You in Toronto now, or are you just like
Yeah, I'm in Toronto. Yep.
Are you going away for the holidays at all?
Thinking about it. I want to get out of here. It's kind of cold right now, but for now I'm here.
I agree. It's
I'm in the States.
freezing here.
Yeah.
Absolutely freezing. So I got to start with your recent unbelievable achievement. The Argos just won the Grey Cup, baby, defeating the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Denying them a three-peat. What was that like? What was the experience like?
First of all, it was cold. Saskatchewan is freezing cold, but it's a moment like no other. When the clock hit 000s, man, it was just kind of a unreal moment to realize that we had just won the cup, and especially how that game went. I don't know if you watched it, but it was a nail biter, and
it's a very close game.
For them to block our kick and then for us to go and block theirs at the end, it was just crazy. You can't really put it into words.
Yeah, that was a crazy game. Wild turn of events at the end.
Right. Yeah.
It was nuts. But the Bombers were definitely the favorites. Come on. What was your attitude going into the game? Like, did you embrace the underdog thing, or were you like, nah, we're better?
Yeah, we talked about it all week. Like, we knew that the media was going to be, on the, kind of hyping up the Bombers, and we knew that everyone was kind of hyping up the Bombers because of what they did the past couple of years. But we understood that, everybody who was in our meeting room was all that mattered. All that outside noise, we kind of just blocked it out, and we focused on us. And, that's kind of the attitude we had going into the game. It was like, we're the only ones that matter, and we know that we could win it. So, all the other opinions didn't really mean anything.
So, what was it like, though, when you got the Grey Cup? What was your feeling?
It was, just joy. We started that journey in May when we reported to Guelph for training camp. And, all those ups and downs, all those, hot camp days and going through injuries and, all the games we lost, all the games we won, all of that just kind of summed up into that one moment where we were holding up the cup. So it was just kind of like relief, excitement, joy, we did it. It was just fun. Fun is the best way to put it.
Come on, scale of 1 to 10, how much did you drink that night?
Oh man, I don't even know. I don't know if I can put a number on that, but I'm gonna just say a lot. Everybody, we celebrated in fashion, and we came back to the city and continued to do that too. So, it was just a lot of. I'm gonna go ahead and say 10, man. We enjoyed ourselves.
By the way, did winning give you more of hunger to win again now?
Yes, it's crazy because our mindset was like, yeah, we got it, but now we got to stay on top, and that's the hardest part sometimes. But we're gonna try our hardest to go again for a 2-peat, man, and just continue to get the train going.
Yeah, get that repeat, baby.
Exactly.
So you played college football at Virginia, and you actually left home early to pursue your sports dreams. You went to high school in Illinois. You played 4 seasons at the University of Richmond, and then went to Virginia. Mm-hmm. But how special is it to play in your hometown, Toronto?
Man, it's great. The States was really fun. Virginia was really fun. Chicago was fun. But coming back home where my family is special. You know, they some of my family members had never seen me play football before. So and when you're in the States, it's kind of hard in Canada for them to see the games on TV, right? So they now that I'm home, they could just turn on TSN and see me on there, or just come to BMO Field. And so it's just special. That's the only word I could use to describe it. You know, just being here. Especially, I remember my first year, 2 years ago, 2021, or last year, sorry, 2021. My first game where I actually got to play, my whole family was there, and it was just a great feeling. I think I only had like 2 or 3 catches, but to do that in front of them was just kind of a great moment for me.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so you got some incredible athletic ability too. And it seems like it runs in the family because your brother O'Shea plays for the Indiana Pacers. And yeah, Toronto fans, y'all better recognize the name because he was a Raptor too. But I think you started playing basketball first and then you switched to football. Like, what made you choose football over basketball?
Honestly, I wanted to play basketball instead of football, but it's almost like football kind of chose me type of thing. You know, like my offers going into university for football were like D1 versus my offers for basketball were like D2 and D3. So, you know, I took it, you know, I had to make the decision. I'm like, okay, I want to go D1, so I'm going to go with football instead. And I think I was like maybe 17 when I made that, my junior year in high school, when I made that switch over to football, just because it was a better opportunity for me.
By the way, tell me straight, if you and O'Shea got on the court right now, would you just whip him?
Nah, he got it. He got it now. Back in the day, if you would have asked me that in high school, I probably would have. I mean, to a certain point, I probably would have had him. But no, that's all him now. He's the basketball guy in the family. I can't even challenge that. And it's crazy that I'm saying that.
What position did you play in high school?
I was a two guard. I was a two guard 3, and that's probably why I didn't make it because I'm only 6'2", and you got to be at least 6'5", 6'6" these days to do that. So
3 and D guard, eh?
Yeah.
By the way, you got an insane vertical too, and yeah, that's valuable in football as a wide receiver. But on the basketball court, you could probably throw down some dunks. Am I right?
Oh, you're not wrong, man. I got a little dunk package.
Oh yeah. Do you follow the NBA?
A little bit. Like I watched when my brother's playing for sure, and I'll watch the Raptors. Like I'll have it on in the background, but I'm not a real I don't really follow it that much. So.
Yeah. By the way, what team do you go for? Like, do you go for Indiana because of O'Shea, or do you go for the Raptors?
Indiana all the way, man. I go for Indiana, and then I'll go for the Raptors if Indiana's not in the picture. But right now, Indiana's doing well, so I'm a Pacers fan.
By the way, I was at the Raptors game last night, and I bumped into Stephon Diggs. I was like, "Yo, Stephon, how you doing?"
He's in the city?
Yeah, he came in. I was like, "Wow."
Oh man.
Because they played on Saturday, so they came in. He came in, I guess.
Oh yeah, they just beat who they beat.
They beat Miami.
They beat Miami at Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You follow the NFL, by the way?
I do. Yeah, I watch. You know, every Sunday, Monday night. I'm gonna watch the game tonight. I keep up with it a little bit.
Yeah. Which team do you go for?
I'm gonna sound like a bandwagon fan, but I do like the Bills. I do like the Bills. Right. Yeah, because I mean it's right there. You know, I always tell myself like if I ever end up in the NFL, man, I would love to play for the Bills just because it's right there. So, you know, I like them by location. Other than that, I don't really have a favorite team.
So wait, so have you what's it called? Have you thought about going to the NFL or not?
I mean, I have. You know, that's been a dream of mine since I was a kid. But you know, it's one of those situations where if it happens, it happens. You know, I just gotta, you know, keep balling out and hopefully one day. But right now, it's just focus on winning that cup again. We'll see if it happens though.
It's happening. Don't worry. It's happening.
Yes, sir.
By the way, it's no secret that the NFL is probably the most famous league in the world, and I'm the perfect example of what I'm about to ask you. Mm-hmm. I love sports. I love football. But for some reason, I feel like the CFL doesn't attract young fans as well as the NFL. Why is that?
That is a great question. You asked some really good questions, and that's a great one. I think it's because, you know, I would say they don't do a really good job of marketing to your demographic. You know what I mean? Like the younger kids, they don't really do a good job of appealing to that crowd. I think they kind of stick with what they've been doing for the last 100 and something years. And that's not what you're supposed to do as a company, right? You're supposed to adjust and adapt to the new trends. And the NFL does, they partner with Nickelodeon and they do all these things. Like, we don't really do that. So I think people like you, they should be asking you guys questions, and figuring out what kind of stuff you like, and then marketing the league towards you guys, So I just feel like they don't do enough of that.
And also, by the way, like, one of the things in the CFL that really gets on my nerves is the field goal being in before the end zone. Because there's all these plays where you see like Hail Marys go up, and like these receivers just get injured because of the field goal. Like, I feel like that should be like step one, moving it back.
I agree. I mean, I don't think they will, because it's been a part of the game for so long. And honestly, as a player, you don't really notice it unless you run into it. I've seen some guys in practice run into it, but no, I mean, I feel like that's a staple in the Canadian game, and I don't think they're going to change it anytime soon. Personally, I don't really mind it. It does act as a 13th defender when you're down there trying to catch the ball, but it's part of the game, I guess.
All right, so you're now in off-season mode, and you deserve some downtime.
Oh, yeah.
You got to party like a champ you are, Well, like, what does your off-season training look like?
Yeah, so I mean, like you said, right now I'm enjoying my downtime. I'm not lifting, I'm not running, I'm not doing anything. I'm just kind of chilling and working, trying to do some things on the side. But when we do get into it, it's kind of a every day of the week thing. Like, we run, we work out 5 days a week, kind of just on and off. It might be like 3 lifts, 2 runs, Monday, Wednesday, Friday lift, and then Tuesday, Thursday run, or it's kind of whatever you want it to be. But it can get intense. Like, I know some guys are working out now, but me, I'm just kind of taking my time. I might start up again next week or the week after. Who knows?
Okay, so this is a very important question. So basically, I'm 13, and I know I'm young, but I started my sports show already because I love sports, and I just wanted to try and, do some really cool things. And I donate all the proceeds to charity. But I was reading another thing about you, and that was a great reminder to me. And that is that doing well in school was super important to you. You were an honor roll student, you earned a business degree, and then a master's in education. When the day comes around and your playing career ends, what do you dream on doing next?
Yeah, that is a great question. And first, before I even answer that, man, I wanna commend you for everything that you're doing. Like, you're doing it. You're 13. You already got your show. I saw on your Instagram you had a bunch of special guests, man. Like, I respect that, and you're gonna go really far. I saw even you had Stephen A. shout you out, man. That's crazy. Like, keep doing your thing. By the time you're my age, you'll be retired, and you won't have to worry about anything. But you're doing great, man. But yeah, when it's all said and done for me, like, I think I want to get into. That's a great question. I just want to give back. Like, I want to, maybe if it's teaching, I want to do that. If it's coaching, I want to do that. But something within the community. Me and my brother, we've talked about starting a facility where we can train kids both in football and basketball out of, but also where they can come and learn, financial literacy and read and do some stuff within the classroom. So just giving back, kind of like what you're doing now at a young age. Like, I want to be doing that when I'm done. I won't have a podcast like you, but it'll be a different form of, giving back donation wise and just teaching and uplifting the younger community.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Dejon, thank you so much for coming on my show today. Did you have fun with me?
Oh man, I'll do it again, and I'll get you in contact with my other guys, man. This is great. I love your enthusiasm, man. You're great. You're a great young man. You're doing really well.
Thank you so much.